And welcome back, everyone, to Who Would Win? The week of Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from, forget the chair, I'm in a different location at the moment. Oh, that's a little better. JJ Beast SS, I think it was, or J Beast SS. What's the question? Who would have fight? Goku, who we all know, love, or just think is overrated, versus Bobo. I believe I got that. That is always a name that is like, okay, how many bows do it? It's like banana. It's like, how do you spell banana? Banana, Mississippi, ISSISS. It is Bobo. There are literally 7 bows in there. Bobo, hyphen, bow, hyphen, bow, hyphen, Bobo. Or no, actually, no, there's no middle hyphen in those two, the 4th and 5th bow. Point being, Goku, do I really need to go over Goku at this point? We've done Goku God knows how many times. Saiyan went to Earth, thought to be last of his kind, then we know he isn't. Was raised by Grandpa Gohan, trained by Master Roshi, ultimately found out who he was, trained with gods, cats alike, unlocked the power of the Super Saiyan, then Super Saiyan God. He is a multiversal level powerhouse at this point in the series. Capable of Kaioken, Old Super Saiyan transformations, God Ki, Ultra Instinct, Master Martial Artist, Ki manipulation. He's fought as a spirit before. He's got his willpower is extremely strong, I guess is the best way to put it. Learned multiple techniques, including instant transmission, solar flare. Trying to think of a couple other ones. He's also can copy techniques. He's copied Destructo Disc before, Multiform, Spirit Bomb, Kaioken. Goku is Goku. He's like one of the most popular and well-known anime protagonists there ever has been, never will be. Now, Bobo. In fact, one second. Bobo. I'm just going to call him Bobo for the rest of this, because saying that multiple times is going to get really irritating really fast. I'm going to adjust the picture real quick. Bobo is the main character of the series of the same name. Bobo. Now, what is the best way? Because I'm almost never done Bobo characters at all. I did one character for the Digimon Partner series. But, okay, here's I've literally got I never actually watched Bobo, by the way. I remember it being on. But, okay, in the year 300X, the entire world is under a tyrannical rule of a regime called the Maruheg Empire, Chrome Dome Empire, in English translation of both manga and anime. Its ruler, Emperor whatever, or Tsar Baldy Bad IV, has initiated the Hair Cuts, a crusade where his army, the Hair Cutters, invade settlements, shave every person they see bald, and leave said settlements in ruins. Standing against the Hair Hunt is Bobo, a bizarre but powerful rebel who fights the Hair Hunters with a Hanage Shinken, or Super Fist of the Nose Hair, a martial art that gives him the power to control his nose hairs like whips. Bobo's group consists of a teenage girl he rescued, a Hippo Koromaru Geyser, a teenage boy who fights with the Onara Shinken, or Super Fist of the Black Wind, allowing him to weaponize his own flatulence, and Don Patch, Papa Rocks, an eccentric creature who leads the Hijiki Gang, or Wigan Gang, a group that fights by confusing their enemies into submission. Bobo is an exciting, gag-filled quest in which he ventures from locale to locale, fighting the forces of the Chrome Dome Empire, and gaining more allies along the way. This is a gag series. Straight on through. This is a gag series. So, the question is Bobo a character who is gag enough to be Goku? Because Goku, in that, my gasps are kind of interesting to me. I go, like kind of like, it's almost like drinking a cold beverages. But because Goku did technically lose his little match with Aurelia, but he didn't win it. It's not even really, I guess he did technically lose, but she's a gag character is the problem. And I don't know, it's filler, but still it happened. So it's something we can engage with. Goku admittedly doesn't handle gag characters that well, just because gag characters can match even godlike power. Unless you're dealing with someone like Beerus, in which case even Goku straight out said, oh, no, your tricks aren't going to work on Beerus. He's too powerful for a gag character. So the question would be, is Bobobo the kind of gag character who could actually beat Goku? And unfortunately, I don't think so. Because even with gag abilities, I don't believe, and to be fair, my nose is itching like crazy right now for some reason. I don't believe that Bobobo, and you can correct me about feats here, if Bobobo has ever done anything even close to a planetary feat. Now, maybe he's done a planetary feat, but against Super Saga Goku, planetary don't cut it anymore. You got to be at least minimum galactic to be able to actually put Goku in a tough spot. Even then, Goku's still multiversal in terms of power. So in terms of feats, let me see what level most people seem to have for Bobobo here. Do we have any sort of attack? So let me see here. Potency. And I'm going to Verse. Versus Wiki is, by the way, not the best source, but I was trying to type in feats for him. Let's see here. We have at least large star level. He's able to hurt the 3 civilizations who could take attacks from, Bobo Pachinosuke from Maji Time. Moved a background full of stars across the sky when turning it to nighttime. Funny Sugoroku is a pocket rally made by Bobo that had a background full. Okay, see I was about to bring that up in a little bit in terms of his abilities. Beyond his nose hair fighting techniques, which that's the majority of them, he also has the ability to bring people in a world called Bobo's world, which is a dimension of his own creation where he pretty much controls everything. And you can pull your soul out and basically bring out more power, but if you don't, you will die. And Bobo uses it to screw with people until they basically give up. So, let me see here. Are all the feats they're talking about for his multiversal stuff all derived from his Bobo Pachinosuke thing? Let me see. Or his funny Sugoroku. At least no multiversal, Bobo became infinitely more powerful during the battle with the BBB Doku Suicide Guard due to his monster ass technique. He went on to the further fight a more powerful opponent like this character who, I'm reading this as it is, right? Who should have been more powerful than Wandering Tofu, who was infinitely more powerful than that. Okay, she can't keep saying infinitely more powerful for this and this and this without giving context to how powerful someone is. Should be more powerful than Apache, who became inescapable, extra-dimensional, eternal story. What? What? Low multiversal likely fire, easily destroyed and attacked by glancing. Simply, he didn't even have to remove his hands from his pocket. He eventually defeated him without effort. Speed attacks infinitely more power. Okay, so while the Versus Wiki, and again, I'm fully aware that this is probably not the most reliable thing, it does say multiversal level feats. They're not giving me any context for what these multiversal level feats actually are. They're just saying, well, he should scale above this guy, who should scale above this guy, who should scale above this guy. That's not feats. You can't do that for feats. Now, again, because there does seem to be multiversal levels of power here, so let's see. Let's see here. What do we have here? So make a fictional character Bobo. However, I can't do it. Okay. See, Patch Bobo was stated to be able to destroy plants, and apparently can create universes. What? Bobo would be powerful. Blah blah blah. I'm sure there is better context for this. But their context is all over the place. This is the problem with Toon Force characters and gag characters in general. They're very difficult to quantify in terms of verses. because they theoretically should be able to get away with anything. Now, even if we highball all the way to the low multiversal feats that we're talking about, Goku actually does go beyond low. Like, Goku actually could probably, let's see, if we scale him to his own universe, just to his own universe, and then we compare we know the Dragon Ball universe is like multiple times bigger than our universe. We have no idea the size of the universe of Bobobo. If we were just if we were to consider or assume that it's roughly the same size as ours, well, then Goku's going to be clapping his universe multiple times over. But if we assume it might be bigger than our universe, well, then how much bigger? There's just no quantifiable answer for that without someone actually breaking down and doing the math, which I don't have time for, and I don't have the math skills to do, to be fair. Let me be fair. How big is the Bobobo universe? Let's see. Bobo. All right. How big is the Bobo universe? Because if I can get a size comparison compared to our universe, then I might be able to kind of quantify if Bobo actually could go toe-to-toe with Goku straight out. Because if its universe is just the same size of ours, then multiverse doesn't mean anything in this context. Universe. All right. Because a single universe in Dragon Ball is like over 1,000 times larger than ours. Universe. Okay, how big is the Bobo? Okay, let's see here. Omniversal Battle Wiki. Sorry for going to this, but it's the only, okay. The main protagonist, okay, that's not helping at all. How many volumes? Universe. Size. Let's try size real quick. Size. They don't give me an answer on this, so I unfortunately have to go under the assumption, anyone who knows more about the series than me can tell me to pound sand. I like that saying, go pound sand. It's another way to say go fuck yourself. But yeah, I've got to go under the assumption that the Bobo universe is the same size as our universe, just a different wacky universe. Now, yes, it's full of gag and Toon characters, and Goku has struggled with those. But if the characters still can't match the power level of Goku, then it's kind of becomes irrelevant to the story, to the fight to some degree. When we talk about the big ace in the hole, Bobo would probably have over Goku, seeing as I don't think he actually could match him power-wise. He might be able to come within definitely a ballpark, but he just can't match him overall power-wise. Is his Bobobo world, is this dimension that he creates and he can manipulate to his own degree. The problem, though, with that, I think, is that because Goku has fought as a spirit, is a highly trained warrior, and is very skilled with his discipline, he's either not going to be susceptible to it, like he might just be able to outright resist it, because he can resist conceptual erasure. He can actually resist the ability to be destroyed and erased out of existence, as we've seen in with the Akai that was used against him and failed before the tournament of power happened. Beyond that, Goku is always willing to fight, always ready to fight. So if he hears the rules about, you got to separate your spirits, like Goku's like, cool, awesome, because he's been dead multiple times. That's a Sunday's That's a Sunday's walk in the park for him. And then it's like, oh, it's going to unlock more power. Cool, more power. Oh, I can't wait to try this. Goku's not an opponent Bobobo would be very used to fighting. Like, on a straight-out power level scaling, just alone, I do still think Goku, he's not base form, mind you, but maxed out Goku can easily match and surpass Bobo's outright power. It's a matter of if the gag or Toon Force effects can beat Goku back. And unfortunately, when it comes to that, I'm actually going to say no as well. This is actually due to the fact that while he is a gag character, and while there's Toon Force obviously involved in the series, it's not the same type as what Aurelia is implementing. Aurelia basically kind of just do anything that the story asks her to do. But Bobo does actually have yes, they're silly, weird limitations that obviously get surpassed, but his world does operate on a weird logic. Aurelia herself doesn't. So that, and even then, it was still roughly a tie with her and Goku, and until Beerus showed up. So, yeah, I would probably go Goku. Again, gag characters are so difficult to do because there's no coherency in the fight anymore. Gag characters can technically do whatever they want, but there are limitations of what gag characters can do based on the context of the writing for them. Bobo is one of those examples where I think there are limitations to how much gag can go around. But I don't think those limitations help him in this fight. I think Goku would still manage to pull out a win in a fight between these guys. But ultimately, though, Goku and him would not really fight to begin with. They'd probably be really chill. I never rephrase that. They'd probably fight, but Goku would probably see him as like a cool friend and ally. I'd say, "Cool, man. Yeah, nose and fist bump. Cool. Say, oh, you guys need help with this?" Goku would be like, "Sure." And Goku could just blow up the planet, to be honest. Goku could blow up the planet without trying. That's, I think, another problem when we're talking about the power levels here. Even if we're talking about low multiversal for Bobobo. You're talking about like max effort or a lot of effort. Whereas Goku, once you get into just the Super Saiyan Blue alone, or just Super Saiyan God even, you're talking about a guy who can rip the fabric of his particular universe apart with just punch clashes with another universal level threat or multiversal level threat. And again, we're talking about a universe that's 1,000 plus times larger than our own. Then you're going into the whole idea of a Super Saiyan Blue, which is Super Saiyan added on to that. Kaioken added on to that. Ultra Instinct, I still don't, every time I hear versus match, particularly how Death Battles treat Ultra Instinct, it's clear it does have a power increase. It's just not quantifiable what the power increase is. Because if his power didn't change, it doesn't matter how Goku is fighting. There's no way in hell he should have been able to beat Jiren. There's just no way. It doesn't matter how skilled, how he's automatically reacting. If his power, speed, everything that isn't boosted, it doesn't matter. So it's clear Ultra Instinct has a multiplier to it. There's just no clear evidence to what the multiplier actually is. I think I did a video of saying what I thought the multipliers all were for all those techniques. And that's probably not even close to what they are. But I digress. I would go Goku. Who do you got? Let me know in the comments below. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys for the next one. Later.